Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be doing a what's on my iPhone tour. I had a few people request this video, so I thought why not just do it. To start off, I have the iPhone 14 Plus in the purple color. I absolutely love my phone. It is the perfect size for me and everything. I have just a clear regular phone case on it that I got from Amazon. I'll link it down below in the description. It's also pretty dirty, so please don't pay attention to that. I've been meaning to get a new phone case. I also have a cute little bear sticker that my friend got me a few years back, and so I decided to put it on my phone. I also have a Polaroid of my two bestest friends in the whole world. We were having a paint night and we took some cute photos. And then behind it I have my driver's license, which I won't be showing you guys. But I always keep my driver's license like in the back of my phone case because in case I don't want to bring my whole wallet with me because my wallet's kind of chunky, I always have my license. Now it's time to actually get started with the what's on my iPhone. I will be screen recording my screen and putting it right here on the right hand side. So to begin, we have my dog just right here as my wallpaper. I actually have my wallpaper set as like an album flip through thing, so I can flip through different photos of my dog each time I tap the screen, and I love it so much. I really miss him. He passed away back in February, unfortunately, so rest in peace to Bruno Bear. Yes, that's his name. I also have the weather app on my home screen, so it's just easy to see what the temperature is like outside. And I have the time where the sun sets and the sun rises because I love watching sunsets and sunrises. Next up is just my little, I don't know what you call this, slide out for my home screen. At the top are my batteries, so I know what percentage my phone's at, or my AirPods if they're connected, or my speaker or my headphones. Underneath I have my home screen on Pinterest. I love Pinterest, so you'll be seeing quite a few of these. Underneath that is my weather app because again, you never know what the temperature is going to be like for the week. And then underneath that is just my calendar because I'll have quite a few things to do at school or I'll have things to pay. Like for example, I have to pay my license next week, so I should probably do that soon. And amazingly, tomorrow is a holiday for me, so I don't have school tomorrow. However, I do have work, but that's okay because it's actually time and a half. Next, we're going to go to my home screen. So these are all my apps that I use like pretty much every single day, which is why they're not like in a folder or anything like that. So we're going to go from top to bottom with the apps, starting off with the widget right here. It is my Pinterest. So again, I love Pinterest. This right here is just like a home kind of vibe decoration, which I absolutely love. If you guys actually want to check out and go follow my Pinterest, be sure to do so. It's at allyweary. I'll make sure to link it down below so it's easier to check it out. But you guys can take a look at all my pins here that I've got. I've got tattoos that I love and want to get. I have painting ideas / drawing ideas that I love. These are just like kind of vibes that get me like feeling pretty cozy and all that stuff. I have a fashion board for clothing that I would absolutely love to own and get. And actually this Vivienne Westwood wallet, I am dreaming about owning a Vivienne Westwood. I have a car pin. I'm not much of a car gal, that's kind of just my boyfriend's thing. But I do like the look of certain types of cars, like for example, a Mustang is my dream car, but I also love looking at Porsches because they look amazing. That's my boyfriend's dream car. And the last board is just my home board, kind of like the vibes I would want my future home to have. So yeah, be sure to check out my Pinterest. Again, I'll have it linked below. I also have another widget for my Pinterest. I mean, honestly, just look at this. Look at this pin. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the vibe of it and all. You can tell Pinterest is definitely one of my favorite apps. Next up, for the first app, we have Instagram. Now, I have been loving using Instagram. I love my feed. I've been kind of like trying to manage it to make it look really nice. I kind of just created an Instagram account, so be sure to go check it out at allyweary. I'll have it linked in the description. I don't post too much on here, but I'm planning on posting more, so definitely go show some love to that account. Next up, of course, we have Pinterest. Again, look at this feed. I've tamed it, I've made it absolutely perfect. Next up we have, of course, YouTube. YouTube is a necessity, and I've been loving watching Joe Bart. He is so funny. But I also love watching other small creators and just simple little vlogs and stuff like that. Speaking of which, be sure you guys subscribe right now and like this video. I'd love to try to get to 10,000 subscribers. That'd be unreal, and I would appreciate it so much. Next up is, of course, just my simple camera app. Say cheese over here. And then for our next app, we have TikTok. TikTok is one of those apps I've used every single day of my life for so many hours. I can doom scroll and brain rot on here like there's no tomorrow. I also made a TikTok account. It's at allyweary official, so make sure you guys go check that out. I'll have it linked in the description. I post a little bit more on here, so I'm slowly trying to get into it, so be sure to show this account some love. Next is the first folder, so it's labeled as other important because there are apps that I use kind of every day. Like for example, the first app on here is a bus live feed, so this is great for when I'm at school or I'm about to go to school and I just need to know what time the bus will be coming. The next app is Find My, which I use to see where my family is. And then we have the clock app, which you can see I have so many alarms because I'm so bad at waking up at the first alarm. And then I have this app called iStrip Plus. This is for a lamp that I have in my room. I'll show you right here how it works. So I can turn it on, I can adjust the light, and I can also adjust how bright it is. We'll just leave her on for the rest of the video. And then next is the Clue app, which I use to track my period. I've been using this app since like day 1. I really do like it. And it'll show me when my next period is, which is in like 2 weeks. Oh gosh. This app is great to use, I would say, but if you have a better app, make sure you comment it down below. And then of course I have my phone app to make calls, and then my maps just in case I get lost. Now is onto the lovely Netflix app. I use this app pretty religiously, and look at that big mouth on the screen. I'm actually so excited for the new season to come out, so I'm adding that to my list right now. Right now I am currently watching You, and I know it's on season 1 because I tried watching it and then I got completely distracted with school, so I'm just trying to restart it now. And then I have Gilmore Girls, Adolescence, Venom. I have Beverly Hills Ninja. I watched it with my boyfriend and it was really funny. And then Hunger Games, and then just a murder series. Here is my list right now. It's very thriller themed, action. That's just what I really like. I've watched like over half of these, but I've been meaning to rewatch them. My next folder is my work and money folder. So I work at an American Eagle in a mall, and so these are kind of all the apps I use for that, as well as just things that I use for money. The first app is a UKG app, so we use this just to kind of look at the schedule. The next one is WorkJam. This is also to look at the schedule, but it's good to kind of book days off and switch shifts. My ADP app is what I use to see my paychecks. And of course I have the American Eagle app. Real Rewards is what we use to see our discounts and to use them. And then of course I have my Rogers app for my phone plan. And then I have BMO, which is my main bank. And then Wealth Simple is the app I use for my RSPs and my TFSAs. And then finally Zipline is what we use to communicate to each other at work. Now I know this folder is marked as YouTube, but I do have my Depop in here just because I like going on it to look at clothes because they have some nice clothes on there, and who does not like clothes? And then I have Skeepers, which is what I use to kind of look for campaigns, but I've never really used it before, so I'm not really sure how it works. If you know a better app or better way, then Let me know in the comments. And then of course I have my YouTube Studio app to look at all my analytics and stuff like that. Beside that, I have my Photos app, and then I have my Disney Plus, which I pay for my family. Recently, I've been watching Modern Family, and I love Modern Family so much. I've watched it so many times, and I've started to watch Star Wars with my boyfriend. I've never seen it, so it would be nice to kind of see it and take a look at it. And then right beside that, I have my Notes app. I just like writing random little notes on there, just simple stuff. On the next page, all my widgets here, I have the calendar widget, of course. The middle one, I have my music widget, and I have my most recent playlist, which is kind of like, I guess you could say like rock playlist. It's not really rock though. But if you have any song recommendations that would go well with these other songs, then please leave them in the comments and I'll definitely check them out. And then the last widget here is my Planta app. Now I have 3 real life plants in my room right now, and I need like help knowing when to water them, so this app really helps with that. The first folder on this page is just extras, so I have my transit app, which is good to know how to get from one place to another if I've never really gone that way on bus. Then I have my shelf app, which is not a very popular app. I believe it was made by Pinterest, but I saw it and I thought, you know what, let's download it, and I think it'll be pretty cool. It just shows kind of your most recent mediums that you decide to show. If you want to go follow me and be friends on it, the @ is @allyweary, of course, as always. And the next is the only game that I have on here, which is Tomb of the Mask. I actually really like this game, and I used to play it all the time when I was younger, except I lost all my progress on it. This is me just trying to play one of the levels and going through it just to show you what it looks like. I also love this because it's on the Apple Arcade game, and it has no ads, which is amazing. Oops, I died right there. But that's it for the extras. Beside it, I have my utilities, which is kind of the basic apps that come with the Apple phone. So FaceTime, App Store, settings, of course my calendar and weather app I already have on widgets. The watch app I have only because I used to have an Apple Watch, but I don't own one anymore. And then I have Wallet, of course, for my cards. And then voice memos, I don't really use like ever. I think I've only used it once, but it's not very important. And then next is the quote-unquote entertainment. I say quote-unquote because I have Apple TV and Prime on here, which are entertainments, but I don't really use either of them very much. On Prime, the last thing I watched was Ballerina, which was probably a while ago. And then I have Blackmagic Cam, which is what I used when I first ever started YouTube. Like my first ever video was filmed using this, and my sister's boyfriend showed me this, and it's actually pretty cool. You can adjust like the iOS and like everything like that. It's kind of as if you were to have like an actual camera, but just right on your phone. And then next I just have Steam. Now is my shopping folder. I have the Indigo app because I absolutely love Indigo. I am a big bookworm, and as well as I love their Jellycats. And then I have Amazon, of course, and I have Starbucks, and I know the whole thing about Starbucks, but I only use it because in my mall, my store, American Eagle, is right across from the Starbucks, so it's just really easy to mobile order a coffee or something to snack on, and that's the only reason I have it. And then I have Uber, and then Skip the Dishes because I am indeed a big back. And then I have Mini Link because I actually have a printable Polaroid that I can print things off my phone, which is amazing to use. And then I have the McDonald's app because, again, big back. And then finally I have the Cider app because I love their clothes and everything like that, and I'm hoping to one day maybe become an ambassador of theirs. I mean, just look at this purse. And then the final folder on the screen is my social folder. I just have Discord on here to talk to friends. I used to have WhatsApp because that's what I used for work. I have my personal VSCO, but let me know if I should make a VSCO for you guys. I have Snapchat on here, but I never use it at all. I also have Life 360, which is what I use with my friends. I have Facebook and Kijiji, but those are just to kind of see if I need to buy something. For example, I've been meaning to find a dresser, but there just hasn't been any yet, so. And then Teams is just what I use with my instructors because a lot of them use Teams, some of them use Zoom, but that's just in case we need to do an online class. And then finally, at the very bottom here, we have the apps I use like every single day, which is my messages, my Safari, my music app again, because I love listening to music. Here are a few of my recent downloads. And then this one is just my school folder. I have OneDrive, my Gmail. I have this Copilot thing, which is what I use if I need to edit a Word document on my phone. I have Google Translate. The middle one here is my school app, which I will not be revealing just yet. I have Outlook, and then I also have Pulse, which is amazing to use for your school. I definitely recommend it because you can see all your classes there and you can see everything that they've uploaded. And then I have Telegram to talk with other students. And then the last app here is Photomath because there are some days where I just don't want to do the math and I just need to see all the steps of it, and so that's just easy to use right there. And now the last thing we're going to look at is just a little library here at the corner just to see about some missed apps. Right here we have two missed apps, which is my Google Drive, which is what I use when I need to upload a ton of photos because I do like taking photos on the camera I'm using to record right now. And then I have Google because I like using the photo feature when I need to look up a photo of something if I don't know what it is. And then I also have SongShift. This app is incredible if you're switching from like Spotify to Apple, which is what I did. And I had a lot of playlists on Spotify which I liked, and I wanted to convert it to Apple, but I didn't want to look up all the songs, so this was really easy to do. This one we have Authy, which is just an authenticator app. And then we have Chrome, which is the same reason I have Google, just for that photo thing. I don't know why I have both. And then I have the Passwords app, which is just included on Apple. And then I have SwipeWipe, and I don't use this too often, but every once in a while if I want to organize my photos. It's kind of like a Tinder but for photos, so you swipe left to delete and right to keep. This is just really easy to use every once in a while. In here I only have CapCut that I haven't accounted for, and I only use this just if I want to edit like a TikTok kind of vlog. By the way, go follow my TikTok. This one was just me getting my first tattoo done. In this one we have Airbuds, and it's just an app I use with my friends. You can see the songs that they are listening to at that moment, and it tracks all of your songs and your artists, and I think it's just pretty cool to use. And then next is Bose Connect, and I have a Bose speaker, so you need this app if you want to connect it to a device, but I already have it connected to my phone. And then I have Ticketmaster because I love concerts and I've been meaning to go to more. For example, Katy Perry is coming to where I am, and Mac DeMarco, and I got tickets to his concert and I'm so excited to go in December. And here I have ChatGPT because you never know when you just need to chat something up. I have my contacts, I have Google Docs because it's what I used to use. I have my files, I have reminders, and I also have this VPN proxy master because sometimes when I'm running low on data, I just want to use Wi-Fi, but not all Wi-Fis allow every single app, so this is just good to use if I wanted to go on an app that's kind of blocked on. In here I have Shop, which is what some retailers use to kind of ship their items out through. And then I also have Temu because I use it just to get little things like a charm or something, or if I just want inspiration for outfits because, I mean, look at this sweater. This is adorable. I have my fitness app and my health app, but I don't ever use those two, which I maybe should, but whatever. And then the very last app is On Skin, and so I use this app just to kind of see if a product is damaging for my hair or good for my hair, or damaging for my skin or good for my skin. It's just something good to use if you wanted to kind of really see the ingredients. And that's it. That's everything on my iPhone. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you did enjoy it. Be sure to like this video and comment down below what kind of phone you have. Also be sure to subscribe so we can hopefully hit that 10K goal. Also make sure you go follow my Instagram and my TikTok. I'll have them both linked in the description. I love you all so much and thank you so much for all the support. Bye guys!